Welcome to the RSN Zone here at the Athletic Performance Factory. I'm Graham Sticken here with Chris Figg, joined by Justin Cole and Aaron Svetland. Just recapping the games. The sectional games that are going on right now. Some of them well into the second quarter. We have Andrean on top of Wheeler 7-0 with Wheeler driving. Not a lot of offense going for Wheeler thus far, aside from a big run from Levi Murray. They've been held in check for the most part. And then Michigan City up against the Valpo Vikings in Valpo 7-0 with the ball. Not a lot of explosiveness so far in these games. It's been a defensive battle for the most part in these games, except for Knox putting the beat on Griffith right now.
Yeah, I mean, Knox has done a really good job. I mean, they do a lot of Wildcat offense, or mainly Wildcat offense with Miles McLaughlin as their quarterback / running back. And I mean, they've gone for 2 every time. He's now got 3 touchdowns on 3 drives.
22-0 Knox over Griffith in the early second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's just straight downhill football with them. I mean, they're just lining up in a heavy kind of Wildcat set, not really spreading anyone out. They're telling them exactly what they're going to do, and they're telling Griffith to stop it, essentially. Then with the Wheeler and Drain game, I mean, we've seen some big plays from Wheeler. Levi Murray had a big run. Tide Medicals had some big catches. Only problem is they just get to 4th down territory and on Andrean's side of the field, not really in field goal range, have to go for it. 1-2 turnover on downs, but Andrean only drove on their first drive of the game, scored a touchdown. Wheeler actually had a really good 3rd down stop on a pass play, was able to get a 3rd down stop, ball punted away. Looks like they just got backed up with a flag.
Flag here on Wheeler. Offense is moving back.
I'm assuming it's holding because it looks like about a 10-yard penalty. And Valpo is driving now. They are in Michigan City territory. It's really been a battle of defenses in that game. I mean,
3rd and 20 here for Wheeler. Logan Fox shot back. Big ball into triple coverage. That ball is incomplete to Vetical. It'll be 4th down. Wheeler's going to have to punt.
Yeah, and this will be their first punt of the game. I mean, and this is a big punt, too, because you can really pay Andrean back. I mean, they've been starting with some pretty good field position around their own 30, 35. So this will be the first time we can see if Wheeler can really pin them back and make Andrean have to go on a long drive.
Also want to give out a few scoreboard updates over here on these monitors. I know you guys are looking at Andrean, Wheeler, and, of course, Michigan City and Valpo. But we do have a score with about 9.1 seconds left. A touchdown was just scored at Mishawaka Marion to make it 27-8. They are about to go for the extra point in just a moment. And currently right now at Kankakee Valley High School in Wheatfield, we have the Hobart Brickies up 20-0 in the second quarter.
Yeah, and that's a Hobart team that, again, when they can really run away with the game really fast. I mean, I caught them against Portage this year, and, you know, again, going into half, close 1-score game. Second half, I mean, they blew the lid off the game, and they were just able to really put a lot of points on the board really fast.
Speaking of Portage, they're in quite the deficit against Penn there in the first half. I believe it's 49-0 over
and Aaron
the Portage
will also
Indians.
make that 28-8.
Check that 55-0 Penn over Portage.
I mean, at this point, Penn's tracking for 110 points in a game, which is insane, especially in a playoff level. I mean, again, that just speaks to the dominance of Penn football, though, too. I mean, they have been a very good team. Wheeler just had another really good defensive play there that looks like they just broke up a screen pass.
Got a scoreboard update. We have another touchdown from the Hobart Brickies to make it 26-0 over the Kankakee Valley Cougars.
Over the Cougars.
I wonder if they're going to go for 2 to kind of make it a 28-0 game.
I will stick over here to let you guys know that. Obviously, it's 28-8 Mishawaka Marion over the Calumet Warriors right now. They look to be going for a 2-point conversion. Oh, bad snap. And looks like it's going to be no good. And KV just huddling over the ball. So the 2-point conversion is no good. It is 26-0 Brickies.
Got Valpo in the red zone right now. Just ran a wildcat play right up the middle. Looks like they might have got 2 or 3 yards.
Big 3rd and 10 here for Andrain in Wheeler territory.
Yeah,
looks like a timeout.
Wheeler did a really good job. 2 plays in a row, they were able to bat down the ball on a pass, able to get a huge stop there. And again, this is a huge momentum swing for them. If they can get a 3 and out after having to punt the ball away,
get the ball back before halftime, try to tie the game up.
Well, and that's where, as Andrain, it's
big run for Valpo into the end zone, touchdown Vikings. They look to tie the game. Extra point coming.
But with that Andrain Wheeler game, again, it's going to be interesting to see if it becomes 4th and 10. Do you take a delay of game, give your punter a little bit more room to work with, or do you decide, try to go for it? I can't see them trying to go for it on 4th and 10.
Especially
but crazier things have happened.
40.
Yeah. They're at Wheeler's.
Field. Yeah.
Wheeler's 41, it looks like. So, you're providing a Wheeler offense that, again, we've seen some big plays out of, a short field opportunity if you don't punt the ball away if it's 4th and 10.
Flag called on the Vikings. It's going to be a repeat of 2nd down, so wipe that touchdown off the board. Still 7-0 game. Big blow there for the Vikings after they thought they potentially had a chance to tie the game.
And Andrain with a big passing touchdown right there. Receiver streaking down the sideline, wide open, had at least 2-3 yards on the DB. Let's watch it again, a little rollout action.
Right, yeah.
And we're going to also have a Strack and Van Til hometown scoreboard update. It is Mishawaka Marion 28, Calumet 8 at the half. And we also have the Lowell Red Devils up 14-0 over the East Chicago Central Cardinals. That's currently in the 2nd quarter over at East Chicago Central High School.
Fair amount of lopsided games here.
And I think Crown Point just scored again. Or that might be.
We're trying to get a.
That's 20. It's 20-0 Crown Point over Lake Central right now. That's the 2nd quarter.
Okay, it's kind of hard to see the scoreboard from their huddle cam that we're able to see over on our monitor from the IHSAA Champions Network. So it's a little difficult to see what the score is on that stream, but rest assured we do have the score listed on the Strack and Van Til hometown scoreboard, which you can see on the bottom left of your screen that you're seeing right now. Obviously, yeah, a lot of lopsided games that we're seeing so far. Eventually, we're going to get you guys out to Mike DeWan and Jay Simmons at Wheeler High School. They are currently in a TV timeout, so we will get to their audio momentarily. I don't think there's a lot of score updates as of right now. We're just keeping an eye on this Michigan City-Valpo game currently in progress.
Big 13 year for Valpo. Drop back, trips to the left, rolling out to the right. Gonna go for the throws across his body in a risky decision there from the Valpo quarterback. Calls incomplete. It's gonna be 4th and 15 from about the 22-yard line, I believe.
It looked like he threw it in double coverage, and again, there was a big miss block there by the running back too. Linebacker was blitzing the whole way, showed it from the get. Running back just wasn't able to get over to the gap and make a block on him. Linebacker was running free. Valpo's quarterback got a little lucky that he ended up tripping up. It looked like it was about to be a huge sack and probably put him out of field goal range.
Will be the field goal unit on the field. Be about a 38-yarder for the Valpo Vikings. Try to make this closer game. The pick is up and don't believe, was it blocked? Maybe a stoppage before the play.
I think it was a stoppage because they would have let him run off with it.
Officials conferring. Not sure what the call is at the moment. Still 4th and 15. Just under 6 minutes to go in Valpo.
Looks like Knox is about to score again for a touchdown, and it is good for a touchdown on 4th and 6.
Did they throw the ball in there?
Yes, they did. They threw it on 4th and 6.
The one time I look away from the Knox game, they throw the ball. They've been running the ball effectively.
Getting shut out right now.
Beautiful over-the-shoulder throw there.
a better play by the receiver than
Yes.
a throw, really.
So
I mean, he was falling
28
backwards.
nothing.
Oh, Wheeler on a big return.
He's gone.
Touchdown, Wheeler.
I don't know
And
if it was a
another
kickoff
touchdown.
return or if it was I believe it was a kick return. Because I'm just now seeing the offensive lineman run on the field. Yeah,
Yes,
kick
it
return
was.
touchdown, and it was a boot
Short
kick, too.
kick.
And
Yeah.
the 2-point conversion for Knox is good, making that game 30-0.
The speed all the way to the end, like one guy to beat, and Wheeler finally on the board.
I mean, that's a huge momentum shift right there. I mean,
Absolutely.
you don't even have to send your offense out there. You're able to score right away. And I mean, that's a great job by the return man, too. Ball's at his feet. He's able to stay calm and pick it up. Sometimes you see a return man, when the ball gets at their feet, see that wide open
Kick is
green
blocked
grass.
by
Oh.
Andre and will remain an 8-point game. Also a big play. Wheeler now needed to go for 2 to tie the game up.
I was going to say, Andrean said, hey, you want a momentum shift? We're going to block this kick real quick and just reshift that back to us. But either way, I mean, that was a great return.
Back-to-back scoring plays in the Andre and Wheeler game.
Then it looks like the Valpo game went to TV timeout. I have a feeling one of the coaches called a timeout just before kick went off.
No.
And Aaron has a Strachan Vantel hometown scoreboard update.
Yes, the Bremen Lions are up 12-10 over the Rensselaer Bombers in the just beginning the third quarter.
Close game there.
That's a pretty close game down there.
It looks like Valpo decided to go for it, and it's an interception in the end zone. They went for it on 4th and 15 instead of taking the points, and now you've turned the ball over. And I mean, Michigan City.
For City.
Yeah, and they're going to get essentially. They're going to start from the 20. The ball was at the 21, so they lose a yard because of the touchback. But either way, I mean, that is a big defensive stop there. You don't see it often where a team decides to go for it on 4th and 15, especially, with the game being 7-0. Sometimes you just take the points, but I think Valpo's offensive coordinator felt like he saw something there, just unable to, unfortunately, come down with it.
Another decent return there for Andre, and love the ball at about the 37-yard line, looking to put one more score on the board before halftime. Up 8 against the Wheeler Bearcats.
And Griffith just got the ball back around looks like the 40-yard line or 30-yard line.
Griffith in their biggest hole of the season, down 30-0 to Knox. Still time left, but they need to get some points on the board quick if they want to make this a ball game.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely need a score. I believe Knox got the ball to start the game. And it looks like we have a scoreboard update over here as well.
Yep.
Update, Aaron.
We got the Penn Kingsmen up 55-0 over Portage at the half.
Yikes.
That is
Yikes for Portage.
Andrean just broke off a big run. Oh, what a run. Was able to make a couple guys miss, ran through one arm tackle. I believe that might be their other quarterback.
That might be a product of the Wheeler defense getting a little winded there. The offense not even on the field.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one of those things that a lot of the times when you have a school like Andrean and Wheeler that are
got a big run in the Griffith game out to the 45-yard line. That's the momentum that Griffith needs to get some points on the board because it's about 7.5 minutes till the half.
Looks like Michigan City's driving pretty well on Valpo. They're already in Valpo territory on their own 49.
High screen pass dropped there for Andrean on first down. 3 minutes to go in that one.
But yeah, as I was saying with the Andrean Wheeler game, with 2A football, a lot of the time kids are playing both ways. So, I mean, a lot of your offensive linemen might be defensive linemen, vice versa. Linebackers could be a running back, DBs, a wide receiver. So, I mean, some of those kids might have been on the kickoff return team. So they went straight from defense to kick return, back on defense and kickoff. I mean, you can get winded real fast, but a lot of these teams at that lower level, these kids are well conditioned to be able to do this as well. But it can wear on as Andrean's running game has been very solid.
A nice pickup there for Andrean. Both City and Andrean in opponent territory. First down for Michigan City.
It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Andrean, it looks like. Maybe 3rd and more than 3rd and 5. Sorry about that. It looks like 3rd and 6, maybe.
Griffith also in Knox territory. About 6.5 minutes to go in that one. 3rd and 1. I think he stopped short. It's going to be 4th down for Griffith.
You got to go for it here.
Yeah,
I mean, you're down 30-0, 4th and
absolutely.
inches, and Knox territory. Haven't really had an answer to stop Miles McLacken. I mean, not a lot of people have this year.
You got to get some points on the board.
Big pass play there for Andrea. It's going to be a 1st down to about the 25-yard line. Again, driving on Wheeler.
In the City Valpo game.
It's a nice looking play. Play action, roll to the right, guys wide open, about a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, Wheeler's been running a lot of zone concepts tonight on defense, so, there's always going to be a hole in zone just because every guy's got their own area. And, again, a lot of these receivers for Andrea have done a really good job of just maintaining the route, finding that kind of soft spot essentially and not trying to make a bigger play.
Oh, it looks like the ball on the ground there. Wheeler thinks they have it.
The refs calling it.
And Griffith did convert that 1st down, and they're going for a long pass. Looks like flags are going to come in for pass interference.
I believe it'll stay in drain ball.
Looking like Andrean will get to keep it.
And it is looking like
but it was recovered by an Andrean offensive lineman there.
The Brickies
are with those fumble piles
at 1st and goal, and it looks like they're going to be short about 2 yards. Brickies knocking on the door again against Kankakee Valley.
Big thing with the Knox-Griffith game, too, the pass interference, I mean, in high school and in college, it's not a spot foul. So I believe
15-yard penalty?
Yeah, it's a 15-yard penalty. So, again, one of the things I remember one of our DB coaches always telling all of our DBs is, hey, in high school, it's not a spot foul. If you got to take a PI, take a PI.
Touchdown, Michigan City.
Looks like it was a quarterback keeper.
And a flag on Andrean. He's 2nd and 13. But Michigan
Looks
City
like they were trying to go for the tush push in the Hobart game, but penalty flags have came in. It's looking like it's going to be a false start.
Big ball for Andrea to the end zone. Knocked away. Good play there by the Wheeler defensive back, saving a touchdown.
Looked like he almost had an interception there. I don't know. You got to be
Looks
careful
like
with that. You don't want to hit it up because the wide receiver still has a chance.
Looks like Griffith had a
tip ball action there. Lucky it went out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 13, I believe, for Andrea.
Looks like Griffith had a false start penalty.
Now in Valpo.
Maybe 1st and 15, and then they're
Griffith using a lot of game clock here to get their first score of the game. Now under 5 minutes.
I believe, if I remember correct, too, Knox started with the ball in that game. So
Knox will get the ball, start the 3rd quarter.
We have a 4th and goal for the Hobart
I
Brickies.
believe so. I could be wrong. You said touchdown Brickies?
We have a 4th and goal for the Hobart Brickies. Trying to get into the end zone.
Touchdown Crown Point is a big run in that game. So that'll make it 27-0.
Upset bid for Lake
Looks
Central.
like they're
going
for 3 points in the Hobart game, and the kick is good. 29-26, or 29-0, excuse me, for the Hobart Brickies. They did not want to go for the touchdown. They just went for 3.
Yeah, that's the right call. I mean, you're already up 4 scores at that point. If you get a touchdown, obviously you keep momentum, but also if they get a big stop, I mean, that really helps the other team get Kankakee Valley, in this case, build a little bit of confidence saying, hey, we got a huge 4th down stop on the goal line. And then, do we have a score update for the East Chicago game?
Yes, it is 21-0. The Lowell Red Devils lead the East Chicago Central Cardinals. About 54 seconds left until halftime in that game.
It looks like Andrean was planning to go for it on 4th. Oh, Wheeler got the ball this time on the fumble.
Another big play for Wheeler defense. They're going to take over here 69 seconds left.
Looked like Andrean was trying to set up a 4th and short to have the chance to go for it. And this is an important possession, too, for Wheeler, because, I mean, Andrean's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Right.
Is that a fumble? Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, 2 fumbles in the last 3 plays for Andrean. This one finding the hands of Wheeler.
We're going to have a scoreboard update here from Aaron Fetland.
Yes, the West Central Trojans are up 40-14 over Bowman Academy at the half.
And a run play, which is stopped. It's going to be a false start on Wheeler.
Yeah, that's a penalty you can't afford there. I don't necessarily agree with running the ball here. I mean, you've got a minute 9 left in the first half. Like, I mean, again, you've got 3 timeouts. So if you have a big run play, you can call a timeout real quick.
Got a 4th and 17 for Griffith.
I understand wanting to put the ball in the hands of Levi Murray, but time is a factor here. And again, you're not getting the ball to start the third quarter.
Griffith is going for a long pass into the end zone. No, not going to be in bounds to even be close for a catch. So it's going to be an incomplete pass. Maybe a pass interference call in the end zone. A flag has been thrown. Let's see what the call is for that game. And obviously, we are keeping an eye on Lowell and East Chicago. Aaron has a scoreboard update.
I have another scoreboard update. The LaVille Lancers are up 24-8 over the North Judson Blue Jays at the half.
I think this is a PI call in the Knox game because it looked like the DB was tapping his chest saying, "I'm sorry, like that's on me."
It's looking like Wheeler's content with the 8-point deficit.
So yes, Griffith is going to get the first down on a PI call.
And that's a hard PI call there, too, because, again, you know, you don't want a touchdown, but, I mean, that ball was clearly going out of bounds, and you don't always see that as a DB. You know, you're focusing, obviously, where the ball's at. You don't always see that as going out of bounds, but, I mean, that's a huge penalty there on a team that's looking to stay alive in this game and get some momentum going.
And it will be halftime at Wheeler, score 14-6. And Drain going into the half, look at the ball to start the third quarter. Wheeler content with the 8-point deficit, not looking to tie the ball game up there with a minute left.
I think their fear was more so just they didn't want to turn the ball over, not a lot of time left. They feel like their defense has done a good enough job in the first half.
And they have.
I mean, forced a turnover. You gave up a deep touchdown pass, gave up a long drive, but outside of that, I mean, they've done a really great job of stopping this Andrean offense. I believe each team I think Andrean only had 4 drives in the first half, and Wheeler had 5, just with one of them being running out the clock.
Coach putting the trust in his defense.
So we just had a 1st and 15 for Griffith. Griffith, I guess, had a false start penalty called against them. They went for a touchdown pass, but it was incomplete. Nobody was home, so it'll be 2nd and 15, Panthers. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the half. Knox up big, 30-0.
Screenplay for Griffith. Good yardage gain there. Goes out of bounds.
I like the screen pass call there because, I mean, again, it's 2nd and long, and, you know, I know the screen pass doesn't always work at the high school level, unfortunately, but with that being said, I mean, the good thing with it is that, again, they get a decent gain there. It looks like it might be 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. We do have a scoreboard update, Striking Mantell hometown scoreboard update. The Lowell Red Devils just scored a touchdown to make it 27-0. We're awaiting the extra point. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with the stream that we are able to get from the IHSAA Champions Network, but we are looking to see kick is good for the extra point. So it is 28-0 Red Devils over the Cardinals.
Yeah, and that's a Lowell team that has been really good all season, and you're building a deficit. It's going to be hard to fight back against that Red Devils defense.
Griffith going for here on 4th down in the red zone. Throw goes to the right, caught to the pylon. Is he in?
Touchdown, Griffith.
And Crown Point scored again, so that game is now 35-0.
Griffith finally getting on the board.
It looks like Valpo just had to punt the ball away. We got under 2 minutes left in the Valpo City game. I mean, that's a huge punt there. And it looked like it actually went out the back of the end zone. So now it's going to be a touchback start on Michigan City's 20.
Valpo's defense been doing a good job, but the offense just isn't cooking. Still with the goose egg here with 2 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is Michigan City's really taking advantage of this 4-2 defense that Valpo's running. I mean,
Looks like Griffith is going to be going for 1. And the kick is up, and it is good. So it is 30-7 Knox. Griffith finally on the board with 4:12 left in the half.
looks like Valpo's moved to more of a nickel package now. They got one linebacker back there. Their other guy, it looked like they had him lined up on a receiver on the outside. Looks like they're going to try to double cover.
And a stoppage.
False
Flag.
start.
False start on City.
That was something that plagued City in their first game this year. A lot of false start penalties, and it's rough because, I mean, those are mental mistakes essentially. You know, as the offensive player, you've got the benefit of knowing what the snap count is, but also you can get in those loud environments sometimes. And
Double move, big ball for City. Receivers open, and it's caught. Oh, broken up at the last second by Valpo. Would have been a huge play.
yeah, I mean, that was a great play by the Valpo DB right there. I mean, he was able to, as soon as the guy was trying to catch the ball, was able to break it up right away.
Ricky's with a long pass, and it is in. No, it is incomplete in the end zone.
Nice
Hulbert
double move
could have
there
got
from,
a
Michigan City wide
deep
receiver.
pass
Pass
for
fake
about
from the
maybe
quarterback.
40 yards.
Even better play by Valpo.
Looks like Valpo's are rotating their defensive ends every play. They've moved to different sides of the ball every time. Looks like they're trying to keep one guy on the strong side.
Another pass play for City. This one scrambling dump off pass. Nice play there. And he's going to pick up the first down, carrying a couple Valpo defenders with him.
Just want to give out an update. The Mishawaka-Marion-Calumet game has just started the third quarter out in Mishawaka, Indiana. Of course, Marion up 28-8 over the Calumet Warriors. And we're looking to see what is going on with the Hobart Brickies, and it looks like they're going to get a first down and some at the 30-yard line. I think they're getting a little close to the half in Kankakee Valley.
It looks like this Valpo defense is just trying to bend, don't break. I mean, you really don't want City to go up 3 scores right before half. But, I mean, if you give up a field goal, it's a lot better. Nice little screen pass there. Offensive line did a good job of not necessarily picking up the defenders, but held them for a second.
And good job getting out of bounds.
Yeah, good job getting out of bounds. Stop the clock. You've only got one timeout left. So, I mean, you've got a minute 2 left. And City is driving right now.
And who got the ball first in this one?
I want to say City got the ball first because we saw a bobbled snap, and then what's going on in the Griffin?
Another drop back here for City. Another dump off pass. RB screen. It's going to go for about 15 yards on first down for Michigan City. They continue to drive.
Yeah, I mean, they're just taking advantage of the screen game. They're getting the lineman to the second level, blocking a DB linebacker. I mean, one of my favorite things to do as a lineman was when you got to block a DB. It was a lot easier than blocking one of those big guys.
All right, we got a scoreboard update. Lowell will lead 28-0 over the East Chicago Central Cardinals at the half.
And most of the games about to go into halftime here on the RSN zone.
And it looks like Marion is about to score another touchdown, and it will be a touchdown for Mishawaka-Marion. Tough
big
break
play
for the
there from
Calumet
Knox,
Warriors.
and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Knox. They get the 7 points right back.
I think that's his 5th touchdown of the day.
5th touchdown of the day.
Because he's got at least 4 rushing now. I'm trying to do the math real quick. Yeah, he's got at least 4 rushing, and then he's got 1 passing.
Just breaking out of the initial tackle, using that speed to get in the end zone.
And City just scored as well. It looks like running back scrambled in for another touchdown.
Got touchdown after touchdown after touchdown here on the RSN zone. Looks like Marion is going to go for 1. We're looking to see what's going on with the Hobart Brickies. They are about 29 yards shy of a touchdown. I think right before the half.
2-point conversion for Knox is no good. It'll remain a 29-point game.
And Mishawaka Marion's extra point is good. It is 35-8 over the Calumet Warriors out in Mishawaka, Indiana.
And extra point good also for Michigan State. They go up 3 touchdowns, now 21-0 over the Valpo Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, City's quarterback's done a good job of getting 2 touchdowns now with his legs. I mean, again, we talked about it in the pregame. You know, he's got 2,000 passing yards on the season. Definitely
a true dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to see him in the top 10 in rushing in the region, but also, you know, he's a threat to run the ball.
Mm-hmm. All righty. We're going to...
Wait, hold on. Could I get one more scoreboard?
We're going to get a scoreboard update in before we go to a commercial break.
We have the Maryville Pirates 14, Morton 0 in the second quarter.
Okay. Oh, that's a tight game right there.
Tight game out at Hammond Morton, correct? All right. Good game out in the Hessville neighborhood of Hammond. Really good one. 14-0 Maryville Pirates.
Oh, now at the half. It's now at the half.
It's now at the half. All right.
Yes.
All right, so the Pirates are up 14-0 at the half. We're going to take a break to let ourselves breathe for a little bit. Just touchdown after touchdown going on here on the RSN Zone, here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, my name is Mark Macknick. I'm the owner of Mark Macknick CPA firm in Highland, Indiana on Kennedy Avenue. I've been working with Region Sports for years now. Started working with Chris years ago, just on some special projects, advertising here and there. After a while, kind of increased the advertising. You know, mainly was doing it for the community involvement. It's such a great network and program they do with the high school sports. But as time went by, I started getting on there more frequently. And then the phone starts ringing. And I was getting calls all the time from people. Hey, I saw your ad on so-and-so football game. I saw your ad on a basketball game. And it's really helped my business. It's increased the volume. You know, we're a tight community in Northwest Indiana, sports-wise, and just a lot of community involvement. So that's mainly why I got into it. Yeah, I remember watching one game. It was a basketball game, and I think there was a little bit of an altercation. And as the altercation was happening, my ad was right on the bottom, and someone typed in, "I wonder what Mark Macknick's thinking right now." And I was thinking, "Wow, this is awesome." It's really been a great feature for my business. It's the only advertising I do. I don't advertise anywhere else other than Region Sports. You know, it's for the business, but mainly for the involvement with the community. I played high school baseball here in Highland, and ever since I've been advertising on Region Sports, a lot of my old coaches are now my clients. A lot of my old teammates come in here. My recommendation, if you're a business here in Northwest Indiana, I think Region Sports is, for your money, it's one of the best places that you can advertise. I mean, I can advertise on billboards. I could do anywhere I want to. And I choose Region Sports mainly because I get a lot of feedback, you know, especially on the high school level. A lot of the parents, if they can't make a game, they're watching it online. They're watching a replay, the grandparents. So it's done wonders for my business, and it's my go-to for advertising. It's the only spot I would advertise. So if you're a business owner in the area, really look into advertising on Region Sports. It's going to be well worth your money, and you'll make tenfold on what you're spending. Region Sports Network, they're the only game in town, but they're more than just a game.
Welcome back to the RSN Zone here at the Athletic Performance Factory. Justin Cole here with Aaron Svetlin. We have Graham and Chris, of course. And a lot of interesting scores coming into the Strike and Van Til hometown scoreboard. It is knotted up 14-all. It is the LaPorte Slicers and the Chesterton Trojans. Good matchup in the Duneland, even though it's not necessarily a Duneland matchup, for say, since it's playoffs. But really interesting to see that the Slicers are tied up with Chesterton at the half.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a team that earlier in the season they had a 20-point win against LaPorte earlier this season, 34-14 final score.
And we have the Hobart Brickies leading the Kankakee Valley Cougars 29-0 at the half. I believe the Crown Point game also just went to the half. I'm seeing everyone go to the locker room.
35-0 Crown Point.
Yep.
I believe that's running clock in the second half.
Currently, the only games we are seeing in progress right now is, of course, Knox and Griffith. We're keeping an eye on that game. And then, of course, Calumet taking on the Mishawaka Marion Knights.
Big play
In
here from
Mishawaka,
Griffith.
they are in the third quarter.
And a nice tackle from Knox.
Griffith is trying to
Might just be short of the first down. I'm not sure where they marked it. And
They're moving the chains.
Yep, looks like it's going to be a first down for the Panthers.
I think they got him on forward progress there.
I don't know if we have a score update, Aaron, of the Penn and Portage game.
Yeah, that game is still 55-0 at the half.
At the half, that's the last update we have. And then Crown
Oh,
Point.
Griffith with a big play. They're
Oh,
down to the Knox 2-yard line with 50 seconds left.
Getting to shorten the
they're going to
deficit before
eventually have to
halftime.
take a timeout at some point. They have one timeout left.
Looking like a hurry-up offense, and they're going to try to run a quick play.
Got to get a score in before the half.
Yeah, I
Another
mean,
one.
Oh, a little bit of movement there. Not called. Snap. Handoff.
Touchdown,
Into the end zone.
Griffith.
Touchdown, Griffith.
Griffith is trying to keep this game manageable where they can mount a comeback.
Griffith
but
might have gotten away with one there. Looked like a false start.
every once in a while, you get a sigh of relief as a lineman when you feel yourself twitch or move and you're like, oh, that's a flag. And you don't hear a whistle or anything, and you're just like, oh, thanks. Thank you. Glad you
It's
didn't
going
see
to be
that.
a mountain to climb for Griffith as they're going to be down about maybe 3 to 4 possessions.
About 3 touchdowns, yeah.
About 3 touchdowns, and then I think
Interesting they're not going
Knox
for 2
has
here. Make it a
an extra
21-point game.
point, probably because of a 2-point conversion. See if the kick is good. There's the kick, and it's going to be good. So 14 points for Griffith. About to go into the half with about 41 seconds left.
But can they stop McLaughlin is the real question.
I doubt Knox is going to run some real plays. I'd be surprised if they did. With such a big lead, not going to risk anything.
It's kind of hard because you want to maybe just run the ball a couple more times, see if you can break off a big one. But also, in the same breath, if you're Knox, it's hard because you don't want Griffith to carry full momentum going into half, knowing they just scored right before half.
Right.
But also,
Twice right before half, really.
Also, you don't want a miss snap to happen or a fumble or an interception, which, again, we haven't – I think we've seen one pass play from Knox all night, and obviously it was a touchdown. But, again, it's a very run-dominant team.
And that's bad news for Griffith. They want to get back in the game. They want to stop that clock.
We currently have a 2nd and goal for Mishawaka Marion right now. They are currently taking a timeout. I don't know if that was called by Calumet or not. They don't have the timeout indicators on their score bug from what I'm seeing, but they're just getting out of the huddles and they're getting back to playing some more football. The third quarter, 2nd and goal for Mishawaka Marion. See where this goes. Obviously, it's one of 2 games that we're currently seeing right now that are in progress that we have video of. And they're trying to squeeze in. It's going to be short about a few yards, so it's going to be 3rd and goal for the Knights.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of lopsided games here in the section. I mean, Knox up big, Lowell up big, Hobart up big, and, of course, Marion up by 27 points, looking to score again.
And mind you, Marion does not necessarily have an impressive record for, say, the last that we checked. I think they only had like 3 wins last week. As of last week, obviously they knocked off River Forest.
And off to the left, good stop there by Calumet. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Hey, they have a chance to be the 3rd 6-loss team to win a state title in Indiana. We already got 2, one in 2000, one in 2018. Then you had a 5-loss team win it in, I believe it was 2021 from what I saw. So, I mean, anything's possible. And it's one of the beautiful things about, Indiana football. Everyone makes the playoffs because some of these teams are playing 6A teams as 2A, 3A teams in conference play. I mean, you've got, Crown Point's playing Michigan City. They're playing Maryville. Maryville's a 5A school. But also then you look on the flip side, you've got Andrean and Wheeler play Griffith. That's I believe 4A or 3A school.
I believe so.
So, I mean,
we have a incomplete pass on 4th and goal, so it's a turnover on downs for the Knights. So Calumet will get the ball, not necessarily where they want to be, around the 5-yard line. But nevertheless, Calumet has the ball on turnover on downs, incomplete pass from the Marion Knights. We're just watching
kickoff out of bounds.
Kickoff.
Oh, that's a big
and
miscue.
that's a penalty.
Yeah. Last thing you want if you're Griffith, have momentum into the half.
It looks like Knox's running back was also returning kicks for them as well. Kind of reminds me of Reed Raymond over in LaPorte, as I said. It was played Wildcat offense with him. He was a running back. He was also a DB or a defensive end. Kick return, punt return, punter.
Yeah, Aaron Spetland with a Stratton Van Til hometown scoreboard update. What do we have, Aaron?
Yes, we have Munster 33, Hammond Central 6 at the half.
Oh, that's
Thanks to Facebook commenter Jim Hines. Thank you for the score.
We appreciate the comments coming in on some scoreboard updates. If you know a score of any of the games that is featured on the Stratton Van Til hometown scoreboard, feel free to leave a comment on our Facebook stream and as well as the YouTube live chat. We will be sure to update scores as soon as we can get them, because we're getting them from various different sources, obviously from games that we're seeing on the screens that we have here at the Athletic Performance Factory, but also we're getting some from places like X, Max Preps, and from anyone that we could get it from that's on our Facebook and YouTube pages. We appreciate everyone bringing in scores if they have them. We appreciate getting those updates because it helps us here at the Region Sports Network.
It looks like Knox is going to be content with that big lead. They're not the clock flag on the play.
Andrean and Wheeler has just started the second half. So looks like Andrean is going to start off with the ball to start the second half. Pretty tight game over there in Wheeler, unincorporated Valparaiso, of course, Union Township. They have really nice facilities. I was just there last year, obviously at their new baseball field that they just built. Such a gorgeous place to watch a baseball game or even watch a football game for that matter. And it looks like Andrean's going to get maybe 5-6 yards off of that.
Griffith Knox
Maybe
officially
not.
at half, 36-14 there.
Obviously, a lot of these games that we're seeing on all the monitors are either at the half or getting to the half or starting the second half. And obviously, two of the games we're kind of eyeing right now is Andrean and Wheeler, and of course, Marion and Calumet both have officially started the third quarter. Hopefully we can get an update on LaPorte and Chesterton. That one was tied up 14-all at the half.
We've just started the third quarter in that game.
We just started the third quarter in that game. Obviously,
Andrean's going to have the ball at their own 34, it looks like.
yep, that's what it looks like.
Looks like Wheeler's really trying to sell out on the run right now. I mean, it looks like they're bringing at least,
Right up the middle,
6-7
too.
guys.
It's still getting about 5 yards. And a flag, though, might bring them back.
Yeah, I mean, that's big as an offense. When you have a box that's loaded as that, I mean, there were 6-7 guys in the box. They brought at least 6. So, I mean, again, that's a confidence booster as an offense when you're able to fight against the blitz on a run play up the middle, still get 5 yards. But unfortunately,
Yeah,
a little bit of
it's going to be a
holding there.
hold, yeah. Be 1st and 20 for Andrean.
Calumet might catch a
Or
little
actually, I
bit of
don't
a
think
break.
it was a hold. I think
False
it was
start, maybe?
No, I think it was a legal motion.
Okay.
Because a false start would have blown the play dead.
Right. And the lineup for Andrean is looking very strange.
They're in a trips formation, little bubble screen action. Wheeler read it
come up with it.
perfectly. Even if he came up with the ball, looks like the safety was screaming down the field, ready to make a play there.
Calumet was catching a little bit of a break on a punt that would have been near at least the
beautiful
40-yard
read
line.
there
And it looks
by
like Marion's
the
going to
DB.
get a touchdown, but it might be called back pending the penalty.
And it looks like
Calumet punting the ball and Marion running it in for a touchdown. Again, penalty is being called. We don't know against who yet, but we will keep an eye on this.
Andrean's quarterback looked like he had a little miscommunication with the receiver. Ball hit the ground before it even got to the receiver there.
Yeah,
Or it might have just been the pressure coming at him. I think it was more the pressure than a miscommunication. He was just trying to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, it's going to result in a 3rd and long here for Andrean on the first drive of the second half. Would be a big stop for Wheeler, still in a 1-score game.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to Wheeler's head coach had a chance to really try and score right before half, ran the clock out, said he had confidence in his defense.
And another flag on Andrean. Looks like it's going to be a false start.
Yeah, defense is pointing. Let's see.
And
Yep,
the ball's
refs are
going to
going to
get
give
moved
it.
back.
Sometimes, you're always taught as a defensive player on any fumbles or any kind of flag before the snap, always just start pointing immediately. Try to confuse the refs.
To influence the referees a little bit.
All righty, we have
Even if you hit the center, just start pointing,
penalty on Calumet, but obviously Marion scored the touchdown, so it'll be a touchdown for the Knights. It'll be 41-8 currently at Mishawaka Marion High School. We're waiting on the score bug to update. There was a penalty on Calumet, which obviously they may enforce that penalty on the kickoff. So I didn't see anything about a penalty being declined, so we're going to see the extra point in this one. Obviously, we're waiting on some games to come back from the half. We will be sure to update you guys on that once we see any of our games coming back for the second half.
And a line drive wobbler punt for Andrean. It's misfielded by the returner from Wheeler. Ball's on the ground, and it looks like he got back on it.
Looks like they're going for a 2-point conversion, and it's good. Marion will have a lead of 43-8 currently in the 3rd quarter.
That's a tough break for
Not
Wheeler. I mean, that's
good news for the Calumet Warriors.
Fortunate enough to get back on the ball.
That's one of those, again, if he catches it, I mean, there's a lot of green grass in front of him.
Right.
He's able to really make a play, but unfortunately, ball just hits the ground in front of him, almost as kind of like that lacrosse ball bounce, that first initial bounce that's super high, and then it just shot straight out after it hit him in the hands.
An unusual looking punt there from Andrean. The punter taking a lot of time before he got to kick off, and first down for Wheeler, throw to the outside. Nice tackle there. Be about
We got a
5-yard gain.
Strack and Vantel hometown scoreboard update from Aaron Svetlin.
Yes, we got the Penn Kingsman 55, Portage 7 in the 4th quarter.
All right, so Portage at least is going to score some points.
Something to write home about.
Got to keep your head up high, obviously, for that game. Just tough to see Portage. I mean, it's got to be a rebuilding period for that program.
2nd and 4 for the Bearcats. Handoff to Levi Murray. Gets about a yard or so. It's going to be 3rd and about 2.
A little bit of power running there. Left guard was pulling, was able to get a nice little block on the defensive end. linebacker just unfortunately filled the gap before I believe it was the right guard and center had a combo block going to the linebacker, just weren't able to get there fast enough. Linebacker made a really good play of getting in the gap there.
We got another Strack and Vantel hometown scoreboard update. Aaron?
Yep, we got the LaVille Lancers 24, North Judson Blue Jays 16 in the third quarter with 1 minute to go.
Close game there.
That is another game to watch in 1A.
They're down here for Wheeler. Another handoff, and right at the line. I think he's going to be short. Oh, the line's still moving. Still pushing. There he goes. Out to the 45-yard line. What a team effort there by Wheeler. And the first down signal from the wide receiver.
All right, we got teams coming out of the tunnel at Crown Point. They're about to start the second half in mere moments. I mean, Crown Point, really impressive program to watch. Obviously, they're undefeated. They're obviously going to be playing the winner of that Penn-Portage game, and it's looking like Penn is going to come away with that one. But, Aaron, we got another scoreboard update.
Yep, we have the Rensselaer Bombers 17, Bremen Lions 12 in the fourth quarter. The winner of that game will play the winner of Andrain and Wheeler.
So you're going to be watching this one very
So,
closely.
yeah, you're going to be watching this game on the Region Sports Network. Obviously, we have the scoreboard showing on our multi-view here. If you like to watch the video broadcast of that, which will include the play-by-play color voices of Mike Dewan and Jay Simmons, that will be on the IHSAA Champions Network. We will have links to that on our social media pages, as well as the comments and live chat of our audio-only stream. So if you want to watch the video of that, like we're seeing here on our monitors at the Athletic Performance Factory, flip on over to the IHSAA Champions Network, because it's going to be a fun one in Wheeler, obviously, with the way this game's been going.
It's going to be about 6 for the Bearcats here in their first possession of the second half after they averted disaster on the drop punt.
And Hobart and KV just started the second half.
Tell you what, Murray is a fun running back to watch because he's got speed, but he's a straight downhill running back, just gets his shoulder pads down.
Only a sophomore, by the way.
Yeah.
As well as Lowell and East Chicago, they have also started the second half. Obviously, a bit of some technical difficulties going on with that game. We're not sure why. There's some either video or audio issues with that one, but again, it is still 28-0 Lowell Red Devils in the third quarter at the East Chicago Central Cardinals. We're awaiting the start of the second half of that Crown Point Lake Central game.
Key Valley with a little flea flicker action over here. They're in Hobart territory. Quarterback got lit up as he threw the ball away, but I mean, again, he did a really good job of getting the ball out. Receiver made a good play. Got it to about the 40. Receiver got another 9 yards off it, though. It looks like they're driving. They're in a wishbone-looking offense almost. It's like might be a wing tee.
Again, we're looking at the find the scoreboard
They're
page.
down here for Wheeler. Quarterback looking deep. Now he's going to scramble to his left, trying to get it with his legs, and he's hit down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It's going to be 4th and 7 for Wheeler.
Can't tell if an Andrean player tripped him or if the turf monster got him.
Might have been the turf monster. No one open downfield. Tried to get it himself. Yeah, it looks like it might have been the turf monster.
Looks like Michigan City and Valpo is about to start the second half. That's a game we'll also keep an eye on because obviously it's still a 3-possession game despite Valpo not having anything on the board yet. Anything can happen. Obviously, doesn't feel like it's a high-scoring game, but we'll see what happens.
And a delayed punt here for Wheeler. Look like for a second they're going to go for it. And a fair catch is called for Andrain about the 20-yard line.
Strack and Vantel hometown scoreboard update. Here's Aaron Spetland.
It's just an update on the Chesterton game. Laporte was driving in Chesterton territory on their 7-yard line, but fumbled, and Chesterton recovered the fumble.
And that's what killed Laporte earlier this season when I watched him. That was the turnovers. I mean, they turned the ball over 2-3 times to Chesterton. Chesterton was able to capitalize on that, obviously, with the 20-point win. But I really want to go back to that Wheeler pass play. Looking back at it, I mean, they had one receiver downfield. It was a complete max protect. They had 10 guys blocking. It's kind of a interesting play call on a 3rd and long, maybe like a goal line situation, but
and the run receiver was vertical, I believe, and he was double covered downfield. No real chance to get the ball to him. Big run here for the Andrean quarterback out across the 30. It's going to be a first down.
All right. Calumet and Marion are now entering the 4th quarter. Obviously, Marion up big, 43-8. Looks like they will be looking like they're going to advance to the sectional championship, and they will play the winner of, I believe it's Griffith and Knox that they're going to play. Yes. So we're going to keep an eye on that game as well, because that's the big one going on.
Kankakee Valley with a touchdown to open up the 3rd quarter for the first drive. Punched it right into the end zone. So it's going to be a 6:29 game pending the extra point, seeing if they're going to go for 2 or kick the extra point, doing a little swinging gate action where the linemen all line up on the left and you move them over if you decide not to fake it. Looks like they're going to move over and they're going to kick the field goal.
And Lake Central and Crown Point just kicked off the second half. Again, the scoreboard's kind of illegible with the huddle cam. It's kind of hard to see. It's like it's like the exposure is like so high.
That game is 35-0.
35-0. Crown Point.
Crown Point should be having a running clock in the second half then.
They should be, and they will face, of course, the winner of that Penn Portage game. That's going to be the game next week in 6A.
Yeah,
to watch. Penn, Crown Point, both teams currently undefeated. That's something you don't want to miss next week, pending, obviously, the finals, because we are still waiting on those games to end. Because, again, anything can happen in the second half.
Penn has the home field advantage for that.
And I believe Penn will have the home field advantage if they win their game, of course.
Yeah.
We don't want to speculate too much, but just based on what we're currently seeing, that's what it's likely going to be. But again, anything can happen.
And the big thing for Penn, too, is that's almost a revenge game because they lost to Crown Point in the playoffs. I think it was a blowout win, too, 35-0, if I remember seeing it right, in the sectional finals. So looking for a little bit of a revenge game.
Always fun to go out to Crown Point High School, of course. I've been there many times, not just for football games here with the Region Sports Network, but also when I was in high school, I did marching band competitions there, and Crown Point knows how to show out with basically every single program that they have.
And we just saw a big play from Andrean, getting them in Wheeler territory, a nice sideline throw, getting them down to about the 35, and a nice pickup on first down.
City with a pretty good catch there, too. Diving catch, juggling it as he was diving, able to bring it in. Refs call it complete. City's driving, looking to put up another touchdown.
Another score here for City might close this one out early here in the 3rd quarter.
You know, this is a Valpo team, too. Earlier in the season, they played at Michigan City. It was a close game. Michigan City was just able to, come out on top.
Big play for Andrean right down the middle, down to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Andrean.
That can be a big momentum killer for Wheeler there. I mean, again, this is a game last year was 19-0 final score.
Tight end wide open down the middle. No one picked him up. Easy touchdown run.
It looked like Wheeler was in cover 2 right there. So the deep middle was wide open. I mean, there was no one there guarding him. That's a great way to beat cover 2.
All right, I'm keeping an eye on this Marion Calumet game. trying to figure out what
To the end zone and incomplete for City.
They had something go on in the end zone.
Looked like the receiver for City was
Kinda
wanting a
moved
flag there.
towards
Yeah, he wanted
midfield.
a pass interference call. Didn't get it. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Looks like KV did not get the extra point, so it's 29-6 in the third quarter. Of course, Hobart's looking to get sectional championship next week. They're eyeing it.
Second and goal for Michigan City. Run to the outside. Nice juke move, but can't stay upright. Down at about the 2.
We have a score update on West Central and Bowman.
Yes, the score for that is 54-14 Trojans of West Central leading the Bowman Academy Eagles.
Okay, and then we're still obviously also keeping an eye on that LaVille Lancers, North Judson, St. Pierre Blue Jays game. Yes. Obviously,
Third and goal.
Judson's had an incredible program last year. They made it to state and obviously couldn't come out with a victory. Looks like a touchdown for the Wolves of Michigan City.
I mean, this is a big game for Michigan City because, again, the winner of that goes on to play the winner of the Maryville game tonight. So,
and they played earlier this year. It was a close game pretty much all the way.
And City Valpo, they're actually playing the winner of LaPorte Chesterton, and then the winner of that game will play
if Maryville makes it to
Maryville,
regions.
if Maryville makes it to regionals, of course. But obviously, when they were mentioning the brackets for that sectional in 5A, they were like Maryville.
Oh, yeah.
Flat out. Obviously, still keep an eye on Morton because they've had some off and on pretty decent games. But, of course, Maryville is the team to beat in that sectional. And it looks like Knox and Griffith are about to start the second half. Obviously, game that we're keeping an eye on here, the big one down at Knox. Griffith will start with the ball to start the second half. And it looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 on the 22-yard line of the Griffith Panthers. And Griffith, they need to get things going if they want to make it to the sectional championship. The winner, obviously, the Knox-Griffith game will play the winner of Marion and Calumet, and it looks like Marion might take the victory because they're currently in the fourth quarter, up 43-8 over the Calumet Warriors. Calumet, some off and on games. Really, the game that was really tough for them was that Wheeler game. Tough loss for them at the very end of that one. And obviously, another tough loss that they had earlier this year against the Westside Cougars.
Looks like the Knox defense has come out firing in this second half. I mean, only gave up or was able to get a tackle for no gain.
Wheeler backed up inside their own 15, 2nd and 20. Running out of time here. Still only 3 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Griffith with almost a chance at a huge play there.
Big ball here from Wheeler, and it's over the head of the receiver. It's intercepted by Andrean out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A costly turnover for the Bearcats. Andrean now in Wheeler territory, looking to add on. Just an overthrow there by Fox.
Is that a Hobart touchdown over there?
Receiver.
Let's wait for the
wasn't
bug
sure where
to
the
pop
ball
up. It
was.
might be 1st and goal over.
Oh,
nope,
no,
it is a touchdown.
Yep.
So it's 35-6 Brickies. I'm going to also refresh this East Chicago game. It looks like big plays happening right there.
Oh, what a costly turnover for the Bearcats.
Obviously,
Griffith
kick
is driving
is
right now on
up,
Knox,
and
too.
I'm waiting on the call from the official. It looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Cougars, so they're going to redo the kick.
Andrean now looking to put the game away, up 15.
think if Andrean scores on this drive, it might really put the game away.
I agree.
Their offense outside of 2 drives hasn't been able to be stopped. I mean, they've done a good job of not only running the ball, but they've had 2 big pass plays for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's hard. I mean, it's really a momentum killer for Wheeler having that interception, untimely interception there.
Got another penalty on the Kankakee Valley Cougars. They're going to retry the kick again.
Trying to go for a record of how many times can we kick an extra point?
2 offside penalties were called on the Cougars, so we're waiting to see, can Hobart score another field goal? It's going to be like 3 at this point, but obviously 2 of them did not count.
Big third down
let's
here
see
for
what
the
happens
Panthers.
here.
Pump fake rolling out to his right point, downfield, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Gotta go for it, I imagine.
And the kick is good, so it is 36-6. Brickies
I
leading
think
the
there's
Cougars
still enough time left for
out there in
for a
Wheatfield.
punt.
They're going to punt it away,
Yeah.
it looks like, which is the right call there. I mean, it is a 3-score game. However, if you don't get it, I mean, you give Knox short
Yeah.
field position on
That is true.
your side of the field. If you're in Knox territory, like barely,
The running
maybe go
clock
for
in
it.
The Marion game looked like there's 1 minute left in the game.
It looks like Marion's going to take the win over the Calumet Warriors. Obviously, we're still waiting for that game to go final. Winner of that game, again, they're going to face
Winner.
whoever's winning, Griffith and Knox.
And a nice Griffith bounce inside the 20. Good punt there by the
Good
Panthers.
punt for Panthers. Put the Knox at about the 30-yard line. We're keeping an eye on this Crown Point drive. It looks like it's going to be
I got
out of bounds and incomplete.
Justin, I got a scoreboard update. The
Go ahead.
Chesterton and LaPorte game is still tied going into the 4th quarter, 14-14.
That is a game to keep an eye on. Specifically, it's not necessarily a Duneland matchup, even though it features 2 Duneland teams. But crazy.
Big run here for Andrean. Looks like it might be a house call into the end zone. That might put it away. Wow.
Might put it away for the Bearcats. Again, they still got a quarter to play and about a minute and a half left in
Nice
the 3rd quarter.
Option look right down the middle.
But they also have to get things going.
Untouched into the end zone, 40-yard run.
That Chesterton-LaPorte game becomes even more interesting because, again, you're going into the sectional championship. It's essentially a conference game, as Michigan City has played both teams this season, and so has Valpo. Valpo beat LaPorte, lost to Chesterton in a heartbreaking loss, and then City beat both teams. I mean, one of the tough things is when you play a team in the regular season, it is hard to beat them a second time sometimes in the playoffs. And City with an interception, and he is still on his feet and running. He might have lost a couple yards on the interception, but
Yeah, Valpo was
They're
driving.
about a touchdown away from that game being a running clock. I mean, Valpo eventually needs to get something going to at least stay alive, but
Knox already in Griffith territory, another big run.
And we have a final alert. The Penn Kingsman 55, Portage Indians 7.
all right, so
An end to the
Penn
Portage
Kingsmen still stay undefeated, and Portage will end their season winless. They, of course, Penn going to face the winner of this
Nowhere to go but
Crown Point Lake
next
Central
year.
game. If we have a score for that one, Aaron.
I believe it's still 35-0.
Okay, so still 35-0. That's going to be a matchup to watch next week for the sectional championship, Crown Point and Penn. If, of course, the Crown Point game holds. And it looks like Marion is going to come out with the win over the Calumet Warriors, 43-8. Again, Marion's going to face the winner of that Griffith-Knox game, still in progress. We're still keeping an eye on that game because anything could happen.
yeah, I mean, Griffith was able to score 2 touchdowns right before the half, so obviously, offense had some momentum going in the second half. Fortunately, Knox was able to get a huge stop, make Griffith punt it away. And right back to the heavy Wildcat look. Got
And
4 guys
Aaron,
pulling.
we do have a end of quarter update.
Yeah.
Lowell Red Devils will lead the East Chicago Central Cardinals 35-0 at the end of the third. So they're going to be going into the fourth. I believe it's going to be a running clock for the rest of that game out at East Chicago.
Yeah, we're looking at one more potential running clock over here with the City Valpo game. Knox is still 2 scores away from a running clock, but again, this Griffith offense. Oh, a fumble snap. Knox is able to jump on it. It's one of the few times it's essentially a tackle for a loss for one of the few times today on this dominant run offense. And, you can tell a team runs the ball a lot when I'm looking at the right guard's helmet right now, and there is basically no red paint on it anymore. It's basically white at this point.
Yeah, and I also want to I don't know if we could bring back up the score updates for 1A, because that seemed to be an interesting one, especially LaVille and North Judson. That's the game kind of to watch. Obviously, North Judson had that huge run last year to state. Obviously, didn't win, but it's a team you have to watch out for in Stark County.
Still 24-6 LaVille. That's the last update we have.
That's into the fourth?
Yes.
Okay.
Into the fourth.
I believe Crown Point, there's a timeout in that game. Or it might be going into the fourth quarter.
I think it might be going out to the fourth quarter because I believe Lake Central doesn't have anything on the board, and Crown Point's up 35-0. So, yeah, might be a running clock.
End of the third quarter
in Crown Point
between Andrain and Wheeler. Andrain up 28-6 over the Bearcats.
Michigan City with a almost big play. It looked like receiver got down at the 4, but it looks like the catch was incomplete. I mean, they're looking at 2nd and 10, but they're in Valpo territory on the 20. Looks like Valpo 23. So
looking to put it away.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door. That's for sure.
Alrighty. We're going to keep an eye on this play from Michigan City. Looks like they're going to go into the end zone for a touchdown.
And in the extra point, it's going to become a running clock after that touchdown.
And a big play for Knox as he's tackled inside the 5.
Goal for Knox. Not something you want to see if you are a Griffith Panther fan right now.
And, a big thing with City, too, something that a lot of people forget, their coach is the former Andrean head coach, so he's got a lot of playoff experience. I mean, especially at a high level. So, I mean, again, this is a team that has a chance to make a pretty good run, but
the extra point is good for City. It'll be a running clock until Valpo, if they can put some points on the board.
And Andrian and Wheeler has just started the fourth quarter with a 1st and 10 drive, and it's caught. Still on his feet, midfield, and it's going to be...
Is that vertical?
Going to be at the 44 of Wheeler.
That one was vertical. No, it was vertical.
It was vertical, number 5, yeah.
I guess when in doubt, just say vertical.
He's down there somewhere.
It's like a D-hop on the Cardinals in that Hail Mary. D-hop's down there somewhere. Vertical.
Justin,
we have a scoreboard update. Yes, Striking Mental Hometown scoreboard update. It will be the Hobart Brickies leading 43-6. Still in the third quarter.
But it is going to be a running clock.
Brickies, they're going to also have a running clock. Obviously, that Calumet game just went final. We're still awaiting the final of this Knox-Griffith game. 2nd and goal for Knox, and they're going to get in. Touchdown, Knox.
We have a final alert. The Bremen Lions 12 and Rensselaer Bombers 17. So Rensselaer getting the win at Bremen.
Good job for the Bombers of Rensselaer Central.
Winning team score last.
At least we have one team
I like
currently in Jasper County that is making it to the sectional championship, that being the Rensselaer Central Bombers. Obviously, KV.
Wheeler stringing some
Tough
first downs together.
matchup. They obviously won their matchup last week against West Side to make it to the
Insult to
semifinals.
injury for Knox, going for 2, up 30 points.
I think someone said it earlier. I don't believe they have a field goal kicker.
No.
So it makes sense. I mean, you have to go for 2 if you don't have a kicker. But it looks like they're
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Russ Radke's squad at Knox up by 30.
Lake Central looking to punch it in to stop the running clock in the fourth quarter right now. Little quarterback draw. Crown Point's jumping. It looks like they thought. I think the ball came out, but the ref rolled him down. So no fumble recovery there. But Lake Central is on Crown Point's, looks like 2-yard line. Maybe the 3.
2nd and 14 here for Wheeler. Fox dropping back, now rolling to his right. And about a 2-yard
Gonna
completion.
get about maybe like 5 yards back. Make it maybe 3rd and 9.
That was a good play by the Andrean DB, too, because the wide receiver was wide open as soon as he saw that ball take off. He came screaming down the sideline to make a huge tackle there, because if he doesn't make that tackle, I mean, he's probably getting the first down and more.
We have another Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update. The Munster Mustangs are up 40-6 over the Hammond Central Wolves in the third quarter.
Little running clock.
Gonna be a running clock over there. That's at Hammond.
Yep.
Of course, another team that's looking to rebuild, and that's the Hammond Central Wolves. I believe they're also winless.
They are winless. I was checking that earlier. 0-9 on the season, unfortunately, and Munster is looking to make a sectional championship.
And I don't know if we have an update on that Maryville game, because that's, I believe, who they're playing.
We have a scoreboard update. Maryville is up 21-0 in the third quarter.
Maryville is taking control of that game, and
Wheeler just took a timeout. See where everybody's at. I guess we can take another commercial break while we're here. Pay some bills here. You're watching the RSN Zone here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you heard? Strachan Van Til was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Strachan Van Til.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday Night Football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat, IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Welcome back to the RSN Zone here on the Region Sports Network. We have high drama going on at Knox. Obviously, Griffith just scored a touchdown, converted a 2-point conversion to make it 44-22, and I think Griffith just got the ball back.
In Knox territory.
In Knox territory as well, so that's huge for the Griffith Panthers.
Oh, not a good block there.
Tackled for a loss.
Unfortunately, just DB read the screen, was able to get off the block right away, and just not really able to make much out of it. Wide receiver screens are always kind of a tricky thing because you're having two receivers trying to block out there, and if you get a DB that's athletic enough or got the heads-up knowledge enough,
you have a final update as well.
And
the Lowell Red Devils will defeat
the Panthers right now.
We have the Lowell Red Devils defeating the East Chicago Central Cardinals 35-0. That is a final Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update for that game in East Chicago. We're still keeping an eye on this Hobart Brickies Kankakee Valley Cougars game out in Wheatfield. Also keeping an eye on the Crown Point game against Lake Central. Winner of that game will face Penn after their big defeat over Portage. And
Griffith with a huge run.
Huge run, touchdown.
Over two.
Griffith making a comeback. It's not over yet. It's still 1:50 left in the third quarter. This is the game to keep an eye on here in the region. Winner of this game obviously facing the Mishawaka Marion Knights for the sectional championship next week. It's anybody's game.
Big shout out to the unsung heroes out there right there. Lyman made a block on a safety. He only had to break one arm tackle, and it was nothing but green grass in front of him. I mean, again, that is a huge play.
Griffith will
we'll get
go
to
for
a scoreboard update after this 2-point conversion.
Is he in?
He's
I
short.
think his knees went down
Yeah,
first.
He might be short.
They're going to call him
Waiting
short.
on the call.
Yes, he's short.
Yeah, his knees hit the ground first.
Saying that he is short, so it is 44-28.
Still a 2-score game.
Griffith trying to make a comeback.
So
It's anybody's game.
Do you go with an onside kick again if you're Griffith, or do you put faith in your defense? But
it's going to be hard to stop McLaughlin, especially when you need a stop.
Yeah, I mean they haven't really had an answer for this run-heavy offense tonight, so it's one of those tricky things. You can have all the faith in your defense in the world, and maybe this is the time the defense makes a stop. But again, it's one of those things that if you've already recovered one onside kick, mostly catching Knox off guard, I don't think Knox is going to be as off guard this time. They're going to be a little bit more prepared.
Yes, but I do have a scoreboard update. The Chesterton Trojans take a 3-point lead over the LaPorte Slicers, 17-14 with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
That's another game to keep an eye on. The winner of that one will play. Likely it's going to be Michigan City with their current lead of 35-0, but Valpo's trying to get on the board. They're about maybe 20 to 15 yards out from a touchdown, their first score of the game, because they haven't scored anything yet.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a little too late at this point. I mean, there's 8 minutes left. It's possible to come back. I mean, I remember my freshman year, we actually lost a 35-point advantage and lost the game on a game-winning field goal in the fourth quarter.
For an onside kick at Knox, and
out of bounds.
It looks like it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Knox. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 at about the 40-yard line on Knox's territory.
Yes, and I have another final alert. The West Central Trojans take the win over the Bowman Academy Eagles, 54-20.
And the winner of that game will be facing the winner of LaVille North Judson St. Pierre. Still waiting on an update from that game.
Yep.
Last gasp attempt here from Wheeler. 4th down 22 with just under 5 minutes to go.
I think they're punting the ball away, too.
They're punting. Wow.
I think they've given up on the game.
Once our games conclude on the Region Sports Network, we're going to stay here because we're going to keep an eye on this Knox-Griffith game because this game got really interesting here at the end of the 3rd quarter. It's still a minute 30 left in the 3rd quarter, but it just got interesting with Griffith basically getting a fumble recovery and getting a touchdown after that.
Some bad news for Crown Point right now. It looks like they've got a player down right now.
Yeah,
that is not good.
I'm wondering if it's one of the starters, though. I think they were putting in the backups. So either way, I mean, that becomes a depth piece that misses the next game if it's something serious. Hoping it's not, especially for the kids. I mean, you know, you're in the playoffs. It's win or go home at this point. It's not a, you know, you can come back later in the season. It's really a win now kind of moment for every team in the playoffs.
Valpo down inside the 5 now.
Trying to get a score before their game ends. Of course, a running clock in effect in that game at Valparaiso. We're still keeping an eye on this Andrean Wheeler game. They are at midfield.
I think Knox just fumbled the ball.
Knox fumbled the ball.
And Wheeler's saying they got it. Refs are...
We're looking to see what the official call is.
It looks like he was down.
It's
First down.
going to be a first down for Knox.
Wow.
With 20 seconds left, the clock's going to run to...
Touchdown Valpo. They get on the board.
The running clock stops in the Valpo City game now. 5:26 left. I mean... Again, you recover a couple onside kicks here, you make it a one-score game.
You guys are going to want to stay here on the RSN zone. We're going to keep an eye on this Griffith-Knox game. They had just went into the end of the 3rd quarter. You don't want to miss it. It looks like Crown Point's going to come away with the victory. They will face Penn. Both teams undefeated. That's a pretty good sectional championship matchup in 6A next week, and I believe Penn is going to host that game.
And that's big because I think last year it was Crown Point hosted that game, and I mean, that is a crowd that can get rowdy real fast. I haven't had a chance to make it out to Crown Point for a game this year, but from what I've heard, their students come out pretty heavily. The fans around the area come out heavily.
Oh, and Lake Central apparently did score. They did score 7.
Well,
for anyone who...
Do we have a final for what's the score for that one?
35-7 final Crown Point wins.
Okay.
Andrean just looking to run the clock out. Just under 3 minutes left, keeping the ball on the ground on 1st and 10.
Wheeler not really able to ever get some offense going. Had a couple turnovers.
I think what killed Wheeler the most, though, is they had a couple of big plays, but then after the big plays, it was a 3 and out. So, you know, they weren't able to capitalize on good field position after a big play, and then...
Got a 1st and 10 for Knox, and they're looking like they're going to get about 7 or 8 on that one. To start the 4th quarter, this is a game you want to keep an eye on, especially since it's 2 teams that have faced each other before last year. Obviously, Knox got the upper hand, but this one feels a little bit different despite Knox still leading the game. Just after that fumble and a Griffith touchdown after the fact, looks like Knox will.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by Wheeler punting on 4th down there. I mean, they're pretty much conceding the game, 3-score game. They had the ball with just under 5 minutes to go, decided to give the ball back, and Andrain's just going to run out the rest of this clock and advance to the regional.
Aaron, I don't know if you have a clock for this Hobart KV game, but it's still in the 4th quarter, still 43-6, Brickies leading the Cougars.
All right, we have another Track and Van Til's hometown scoreboard update. The Munster Mustangs are up 46-6 in the 4th quarter.
And that is against the Hammond Central Wolves.
Yes.
And they'll face the winner of that Morton Maryville game, excuse me.
It's hard if you're Maryville too, because and again, everyone falls victim of it. No matter what level of football or any sport you're at, you start scoreboard watching in the sense of looking at common opponents, or if you played someone, who they played. And I mean, earlier in the year, Morton, I believe, blew out Hammond Central 73-6. And Maryville is holding on to a 21-0 lead, and Munster just.
Wow. Okay, we have another final alert. The LaVille Lancers win 24-22 against the North Judson Blue Jays. Wow. It looks like North Judson scored a touchdown, but then failed the 2-point conversion and lost the game on that.
Wow. That's a pretty good matchup in 1A that we were keeping an eye on. So it looks like the LaVille Lancers will face the West Central Trojans for the Class 1A Sectional 41 Championship next week. I believe that might be hosted by LaVille, since I guess West Central hosted this week. Now, don't quote me on that, but that's what it's looking like, since LaVille was on the road at North Judson St. Pierre. Just a heartbreak ending to North Judson's season this year. Really good program that they had last year. They obviously went to state, obviously didn't win, but tough loss for the Blue Jays. Alrighty.
Griffith it's looking like it's going to be 4th and 4 right now for Knox in Griffith's territory. You'd have to think if they get the first down here, I mean, they've been running the clock out this entire 4th quarter.
We have another final alert. The Hobart Brickies win,
43-6.
Yes, 43-6 over the Kankakee Valley Cougars.
It looks like this Andrean Wheeler game is about to go into final. There's 23 seconds left. Wheeler's probably going to try to heave one downfield, a quick Hail Mary.
And hand off to Murray. Gonna bounce outside, get about 10 yards out of bounds.
And we will have a final alert, Track and Van Til hometown scoreboard update. It'll be the Hobart Brickies defeating the Kankakee Valley Cougars 43-6. That is a final out in Wheatfield. Hobart going to the sectional championship.
And a rematch against Lowell, which was decided by a game-winning field goal, mind you, last time these two teams played.
And that's a game that every year I feel like it's just always a close game, always a good game between those two teams. And is that one at Hobart or is it at Lowell?
It is at Hobart again.
It'll be at Hobart.
That is a big, big home field advantage.
And that is a final from Andrain and Wheeler, 28-6.
It looks like City Valpo is about to go into final two. It's 4th and 2. City's going for it. But, I mean, there's 30 seconds left in this game. They're probably just going to run the clock out, call a timeout. Maybe just have the quarterback run around a little bit, just throw. Yep.
So Andrain goes on to play.
They go on to play the Rensselaer Central Bombers.
Yeah, Wheeler's season comes to an end, 8-1.
And Knox, I think, got the first down, it looks like. Or are they on? No, they're on. Yeah,
I think they converted the first down. I think they were like a yard short.
That is a final from Valparaiso, the Michigan City Wolves taking it 35-7.
We're going to stick around for a little bit because we're keeping an eye on this Knox-Griffith game. It's still 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But again, Griffith had that fumble recovery, and then they threw it downfield for a touchdown right before the end of the third quarter. So we're going to keep an eye on this game. The clock is still running. It'll be second down for Knox.
And Knox has done a really good job of, they're not rushing to the line, they're not rushing to plays. Again, it's a run-dominant offense, so they're letting that play clock hit about 5 seconds or under, snap the ball. They're burning more clock off. I mean, they've had the ball the entire fourth quarter so far, looking at almost a 5-minute drive in just the fourth quarter alone, not counting when they got the ball back in the third quarter.
And we have another Drakenville.
Yeah,
hometown scoreboard update. The Maryville Pirates are up 21-7 now in the fourth quarter over Morton.
Not a running clock in that game. It's 2-possession game in favor of the Pirates. Again, they will be facing, I guess, Munster won that game?
Munster.
Okay.
It's not final yet, but yeah, Munster.
Looking like Munster might come out the win on that one. I guess we don't want to speculate just yet, but it's looking like that based on the score and how much time is left on the clock. We do have a penalty right now. It's a personal foul.
Shot block. Or no.
Shot clock.
It hit below the knees on the defense. So a chop block is usually when
I thought you said shot clock.
A chop block is when a lineman, you basically tabletop a guy. One guy goes for the knees,
Right.
One goes for the head. But in this situation on the defense, usually it's when a defender is trying to essentially just take the legs out from a blocker or just to give someone else a chance to make a tackle. And that is a very costly penalty. We're under 7 minutes left in the Griffith-Knox game now. Knox is in the red zone. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Hold on, we have an update from LaPorte Chesterton. The LaPorte Slicers are up 20-17 on the Chesterton Trojans with under a minute left, and Chesterton has the ball on their own 39-yard line.
That's a update we're going to keep an eye on here on the Region Sports Network and here on the RSN Zone, and we'll also have a score update on the Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard, which you can see on screen as our games on the Region Sports Network have concluded. But we're still going to stick around here. We're going to keep an eye on this Knox and Griffith game that's still in progress. I believe they just took a timeout, so we will take one as well. So you're watching the RSN Zone here from the Athletic Performance Factory on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Welcome back to the RSN Zone here on the Region Sports Network. We're on a 2nd and 4 play for the Knox, I believe it's the Redskins.
Yes, it is.
Knox Redskins.
Oh,
out there in Knox.
Is he in? He's
going to get in for a touchdown with 6 minutes left in the game.
Do we know,
Knox.
Do we know how many touchdowns he has today? That's got to be
That's
like
at least
7.
5.
So he's got 1 throw-in. We know 4 rushing.
I don't know if they have a stat page up on Max Preps. If you could look that up, Aaron, while you're looking at other scores happening around the region. We're also keeping an eye on that Chesterton-LaPorte game. LaPorte is up by 3 right before the end of the game. That is high drama out there in Chesterton.
Yep, and I got another scoreboard update. Hammond Central scored a touchdown, and now that score is 46-12 in favor of Munster in the 4th. Still.
And they're going to go for a 2-point conversion, and it looks like it's going to be no good. So it is still 50-28. Knox leading Griffith with 5:57 left in the 4th. Still could be anybody's game. We're going to keep an eye on that right here on the Region Sports Network. Obviously, we're look at some of the final scores
and it looks like the LaPorte game has gone final. The LaPorte Slicers hang on 20-17 and take the win over the Chesterton Trojans.
So it is going to be LaPorte and Michigan City next week for a sectional championship. Never thought I would hear that.
Battle of LaPorte County for a chance to go to the regional finals.
And I'm not sure. It might be at Ames Field. That's a pretty good place to play.
It is
for a sectional championship out at Michigan City.
It's one of the cooler high school fields I've been to because a lot of high school fields obviously are attached to the school or near the school. It's in the dead center of Michigan City Township.
Dead center, right?
I mean, businesses.
Not necessarily in downtown, but like right next to it.
I mean, you have people closing down businesses. When I went to the game, there was people not even wearing Michigan City or it was a Hanover Central, not wearing either team's colors, just out at the game with the family. So, I mean, it builds a really incredible environment, almost like a small college environment, essentially, for a sectional finals game.
It's going to be busy next week. I believe it might be at Ames Field, so it's going to be busy on Franklin Street next week when Michigan City will play LaPorte, Battle of LaPorte County.
Yes, that's a free kick out of bounds on Knox, it looks like.
You know, as I said earlier, it's always harder to beat a team the second time, especially in the postseason. And LaPorte really proved that point because earlier in the season had a 20-point loss to Chesterton, able to redeem themselves, looking to redeem themselves again against Michigan City and keep this Cinderella run going.
We're actually still going to keep an eye on the Knox game and some of the other scores across Northwest Indiana. I know we have on one of our screens the World Series. It's currently Game 6 of the World Series with Toronto leading the series 3-2. Currently 3-1 Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th. For anyone who's fans of baseball out there, we're obviously keeping an eye on this Knox game, but we're also watching the World Series here at the Athletic Performance Factory. If you haven't been here, they're going to be opening up like really soon. The ballpark restaurant here at the Athletic Performance Factory. A really nice place to watch a game, whether it's baseball or football or basketball, which is obviously started. The Diamond Plate Eatery and Pub, as it's called. They also have in the back room, I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen it, they have the duck pin bowling and the golf simulator, which actually doubles as a multi-sport simulator since you can throw footballs and baseballs, dodgeballs, you name it.
McLaughlin had 6 touchdowns in this game.
Oh my
One
wow.
was passing, and the other 6 were running.
So 5 rushing and
No,
one
6 running and 1 throwing.
If I'm not mistaken, he's in there as a deep safety now too.
Got a long pass from Griffith. Not going to be caught, so it's going to be incomplete, but a penalty has been thrown.
Laundrie is on the field, and Maryville has scored a passing touchdown. And now that game is 28-7. Maryville over Morton with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Again, the winner of that game will be facing the Munster Mustangs. It's what it's currently looking like right now on the scoreboard. I'm not sure if that game has gone final.
Nope.
But we're still waiting for that game to go final, but it's looking like they will face the Munster Mustangs for the sectional championship. I believe that will be at the Purple Palace.
That's another very fun stadium to play at. Great regular season atmosphere.
Oh, big run by Griffith.
Griffith
over the shoulder.
First and goal for the Panthers. That's what they need right now with 5:12 left in the fourth quarter. Stay right here. We're going to keep an eye on this.
Knox star running back took quite a hit there trying to make the tackle. I mean, Griffith's running back did a really great job of just lowering the shoulder and just continue on running. I mean, again, this is huge. Griffith has had 3-4 big plays in this drive alone.
Almost looked like the
still going.
Yep.
Inside the 5.
These pass interference penalties have really not helped the Knox defense.
I'm not sure if you want to run that much clock with Griffith having 3 timeouts.
Yep.
I don't think you want to run too much clock out. That's a low snap.
That low snap
they're
giving the
gonna have
defensive
to-
line a chance to win.
If I were the Panthers, I'd be
gotta
calling
go
a
no
timeout. That way you could at least have some clock left
You got to go
to potentially get the ball back on an onside kick.
there. The clock is still moving. 4:20 left.
Running back has had 3 big runs on this drive, and you can tell it's starting to catch
comes a
up.
pass.
Trips to the right. Quarterback
Oh,
rolling. Flag. It's
Oh, it's going to be short, but a penalty flag has been thrown.
Like it was in the offensive backfield.
Looked like the right tackle got a hold there.
Might be coming back.
And at this point, you can't settle for a field goal. You need to go for it.
Well, the good news is with the holding penalty, it's going to be 3rd and goal because you're going to accept
Do you
that.
accept the penalty?
You definitely accept it because if you don't, it's fourth and 4 essentially, but it's 4th and goal to go on the 4-yard line. You're now pushing them back. You're giving your defense a chance to either A, get a turnover, or B, get a huge stop here. Now you're making it a 4th and long to go into the end zone. I mean, it can really affect Griffith, but also if you're Griffith, it's almost like, should I throw a fade pass into the end zone to hope for another PI?
You got 2 shots to score here, yeah.
So, I mean, again, Knox has had 3 PI calls in this game. So far,
4:06 left.
the
The
end
pass
zone.
is incomplete in the end zone.
that is devastating.
It is going to be 4th and goal for the Panthers.
It was in his
Couldn't
hands.
grab on
A perfect
in the
pass.
end zone. That was a perfect pass from Griffith.
the good thing is it stops the clock, but unfortunately,
That is
it was
true.
a touchdown.
That
So, I
would have
mean,
been a touchdown pass right there. And it would have been 3:56 left on the clock
What a great
with the
throw.
touchdown,
It's
but obviously
unfortunate
incomplete.
Shearer couldn't come up with it.
So here we go. 4th and goal for the Panthers. And it looks like a timeout's going to be called.
Yeah,
It's
perfect.
going to
right
be a
between
timeout
the
from
cornerback
Knox. So interesting
and
there.
the safety there.
Knox is getting their team together to make sure they get the right defensive play calls. I mean, this is a huge 4th and goal.
High drama going on right now at Knox. You want to stay right here on the RSN zone to keep an eye on this and some other scores from across Northwest Indiana. I don't know if we have any more scoreboard updates, Aaron.
Nope, not at the moment.
Okay,
There's
so
only 3 games left that we don't have finals for.
okay, I'm going to take a look at your sheet here. We're going to go through some of the games that have gone final. We have the Class 4A Sectional 17. It will be the Lowell Red Devils, who got their win over East Chicago Central 35-0. They will face the Hobart Brickies, who defeated the Kankakee Valley Cougars 43-6 out in Wheatfield.
Fourth down here for Griffith to the end zone.
Touchdown.
What a play.
3:51 left on the clock. Again, Griffith trying to claw back. They're going to need to get some onside kicks going after this extra point.
It's the same receiver that had the drop touchdown earlier. So, I mean, that is
immediately redeem yourself. Yeah.
And, I mean, that's a confidence play by the quarterback, too. Like, hey, I know you had a chance to catch that, weren't able to come down with it. I'm going to go right back to you. It builds the confidence of the receiver, too. But now you've got to get an onside kick recovery because there's 3:49 left. You've got 3 timeouts. If you don't get the onside kick, I mean, this is a Knox offense that's been averaging, it feels like 3-4 yards a carry every time they've ran the ball. So it becomes a little bit of a challenge here.
We're going to see the extra point here.
Low snap.
Kick is up, and it is good. So it'll be 50-35. Knox still leads, but 3:49 left. Griffith trying to claw back to at least get something going before the game ends. They really need making that offense go.
It's going to be pretty interesting, too, because you've got to go for 2 at least once if you do get an onside kick recovery. This is a 15-point game. So, I mean, you could either try to tie it, go for overtime, or go for 2 twice and just end the game here. And if I'm Griffith, I get the onside kick twice, score twice. I'm going for 2 both times, hoping to get it so you can close out this game. Because, I mean, this is a Knox offense that is pretty much done whatever they want on offense. I mean, they've ran the ball. I don't think they've had a single turnover on downs or had to punt the ball away at all from what we've seen. So, again, it's kind of a do or go home moment right now.
For those basketball fans out there, the Bulls are up 9 points on the Knicks, 2 minutes to go, looking to go 5-0. Wow. Stay perfect.
Stay perfect so far to start off their season in the NBA. While we're waiting on the kickoff at Knox, we want to give some updates on some scores across Northwest Indiana. Of course, the LaVille Lancers will take the win over North Judson 24-22. They will face West Central, who defeated Bowman Academy 54-20 for the Class 1A Sectional 41 Championship. That will be next week. November football is right around the corner, and looks like Knox is going to hold on to the ball.
Wow.
And they're
on that onside kick, and they're basically at midfield. So not where Griffith wants to be towards the end of the fourth quarter. Still 3:49 left on the clock, but game you still want to keep an eye on right here on the Region Sports Network. And we're still waiting on some other final scores to come in. Of course, if you have any score updates from any of our games that are happening here across Northwest Indiana, feel free to leave a comment on our Stratton Van Til Hometown Scoreboard stream on Facebook in the comments and on YouTube in the live chat. We will be sure to look at those if we need score updates. But
there it is. We have a final. Munster wins 46-12. Thank you, Jim Hines, in the comment section of the Facebook.
All right, so the Munster Mustangs will go for a sectional championship next week, facing the winner of that Morton-Maryville game. Currently, I guess, still in the fourth quarter out in the Hessville neighborhood of Hammond. Of course, I've passed by Morton many times. That's another interesting place to play here in Northwest Indiana. Obviously, Morton also likes to show out on game days.
Be an intriguing game either way next week. So, I mean, again, if you're one of those people that believes in the scoreboard myth of, oh, this team won by this much and we beat them by this much, Munster wasn't far off from how Morton beat Hammond Central early this season. So it could lead to a very intriguing game between either Morton, Munster, or Maryville, Munster.
Again, we're still waiting on some finals to come in. I still think the interesting matchup next week that I didn't think would be possible, the LaPorte Slicers will be taking on the Michigan City Wolves for the sectional championship. I believe that is 5A. So that's really impressive on LaPorte Slicers to get the win over the Chesterton Trojans. Obviously, LaPorte trying to improve from last season. I think they just did that, making it to the sectional championship. Obviously, we're still waiting on some action to continue at Knox. I guess a timeout has been called, or there's an injury timeout. We can't really tell what's going on over there.
I'm assuming it's
Camera is currently on the Knox huddle on their side of the field, so we're still keeping an eye on that game. Nothing has really gone on. Still 3:49 left in the fourth quarter. It's an impressive game from what I've seen tonight out at Knox. Better score than last year, for sure.
Looks like the offense is finally going to trot out onto the field. It's almost a situation where you think if you're Knox, you kind of want a slower first down. You don't want to get one right away. But also in the same breath, if you get one right away, it's still going to push the game out of reach at that point. There's 3 timeouts. So, in my opinion, you kind of want the slower first down, make Griffith burn at least a timeout or 2, get the first down, and then
they need to get a stop.
Nice job staying in bounds there by Knox.
Good job by the quarterback / running back, since it's a Wildcat offense, getting down right away too. As I was just saying, that slower first down. Griffith isn't calling a timeout yet. I think they're hoping that they can get a 3 and out here before they have to burn a timeout. But again, this is a Knox team every time. The play clock, they let it run down to almost the last possible second, snap the ball. I mean, they're burning at least 40 seconds off the clock every time.
2nd and 6. Clock is still running with 3:07 left. They're just going to run the ball right down the middle, and it looks like it's going to be a first down for Knox, or it's going to be at least a yard short.
I think it's going to be a yard
about 2 yards short. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up. Clock is still running.
You got to call a timeout if you're Griffith right here. It's 2:40, under almost 2:40 left.
I think they'll call the timeout if they get the stop here.
Yep.
Again, the scoreboard that we're looking at is showing 3 timeouts are left for Griffith.
Biggest play of the ball game right here.
We're not sure if that is completely accurate, but that's what it's showing to us on our monitors here.
There it is.
Knox is going to go for it, and
I think he got it.
Think he might have it.
Yep.
Clock is stopping.
No, wait, is that short?
No, they stopped the clock, so
no,
it's either going to be a measurement or they're going to move the chains. I think they're going to do a measurement.
Timeout Griffith.
Oh, there
Griffith finally takes a timeout with 2:11 left. I felt like they should have taken a timeout a while ago, especially when they were trying to.
They should have taken it right after the first run.
Exactly.
So, I mean, the Knox player went down right away. Oh, it's an official timeout now.
Yeah, it's going to be a measurement.
Might be a measurement going on. They're saying 4th and 1 on the scorebook, so they're about a yard short.
Wow.
From what we're currently seeing. 2:12 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. I think.
What would you do if you're Knox?
I think if Knox gets another first down, that might do it for the Panthers.
If I'm Knox, I would go for it here if it's 4th down and 1.
Okay.
I mean, they've gone for it all night, and you're in Griffith territory.
Bringing out the chain gang.
Yep, chain gang's coming out. They're going to make a measurement. Let's see what the call is from.
Oh boy.
I don't know, Jim.
White hat.
It's short. It's going to be an
looking
inch
like
short.
it's going to be
Yes.
short.
Wow.
So it's going to be 4th down for Knox.
You got to send the house if
2:12
you're
left.
Griffith. I'm telling you right
Griffith has to get their defense going on
Gotta
this
send the
play.
house.
But on the reverse side, if you're Knox, this is the perfect time. If you're going to go for it, do a play action. Because Griffith is going to expect you to run it right up the middle, run it to the outside.
Maybe tush that push.
Mm-hmm.
Or push that tush.
I don't know if they're capable of doing that. I haven't watched a lot of Knox games personally, but
I haven't seen
it
him go
could
under
happen.
center yet, but that would be a interesting
could
time
happen.
to decide to go under center. Because one of the challenging things too is, I mean, this isn't a primary quarterback, person, so it becomes you don't want to fumble the snap, but watch out for a play action here.
See, they try to maybe draw him off sides. Direct
He's
snap.
He's gone.
He's
Was he
gonna,
going to slide down? He's going to slide down. What a smart play.
That
what a
might
team
do it
play right
for
there. Give him a
Griffith.
touchdown.
He could have
Knox
added his
scored a
7th touchdown
Yeah.
of the day and instead slides down. I mean, again,
That's a team play right
That's
there.
a great team play. That's a lot
Clock is
of
stopped at 2 minutes.
Team
It's gonna
first
be
play.
1st and 10.
that's gonna wrap this one up.
for Knox. That just might do it.
Well, here's
Wow.
the tricky thing, too, because Griffith does have 2 timeouts. They can call one, make them have to run at least one true play, but I don't see them doing it. I mean, again, a great heads-up, great team play. He could have stat padded a little bit, add a 7th touchdown on the day. Instead, he goes down to keep the clock running and just get this game over. And I don't think Griffith is going to take another timeout.
I don't think so. That might.
Yeah, even if they
might
use
just
both
run the
timeouts,
clock
they
out.
get
That's
the ball
probably
with
it.
maybe 20 seconds left.
That's going to be it.
Griffith trying to make a comeback, but again, Knox.
Falling just short, unfortunately. Almost recovered 2 onside kicks, but unfortunately almost only counts in horseshoes and
Just
cornhole or bags,
tough-
as people like to call it.
Just a tough break for the Griffith Panthers. Looks like Knox is going to come away with the win. They're going to face
The
Mishawaka Marion Knights for the sectional championship. I believe Knox is probably going to host that one again, despite both home teams winning today. What it's looking like, Knox going for a sectional championship next week.
I believe they won the sectional championship last year.
Yep, and we just as the Knox game goes final, Maryville goes final 28-7 over Morton.
And that is going to be an intriguing 5A matchup next week, Maryville and Munster. Not a far travel trip for either team, but I mean, again, they haven't played this year, so all you can do is compare scores against mutual opponents. And I mean, this is a Munster team that I really think they kind of turned their season around at the halfway point. May not show it on the record, but again, they had a not really a hard-fought win today, but had a really good win, carrying some momentum into a game against a Maryville team that's been number 2 in the region pretty much all season, right behind Crown Point.
That is correct, and I believe we're still waiting on a few final scores to come in, or that's completely it. We are going to take a break and wrap things up before we get ready for the post-game show coming up in a little bit. Stay tuned. We'll be back to wrap things up here on the RSN Zone next, here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For 26 years, Armor Construction has been beautifying homes across Northwest Indiana. From expert roofing and durable siding to eye-catching custom copper work, Armor Construction does it all with the highest quality and integrity. Serving Lake, Porter, and LaPorte counties, trust the best exterior construction company in Northwest Indiana to protect your investment. At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that matter the most. Of effort, of a dream taking root. And behind those moments, there's trust. Thank you for trusting Centier Bank with those moments and making us a part of your story. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your trust.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
Welcome back to the RSN Zone here at the Athletic Performance Factory. I'm here with Chris Fig. All the games, I believe, have gone final. Yeah, all the games are final. Just coming back. The Griffith-Knox game just ended. Griffith was down big for the majority of the game, had a little bit of a comeback attempt there, fell a little bit short, ended up losing 50-35 at Knox. A lot of lopsided games, unfortunately, tonight. We expected some closer finals, but sometimes it's just how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, the Maryville game was a closer game, and then also, obviously, Knox-Griffith ended up being a close game, and then even though the scoreboard showed a close game with Andrean and Wheeler, a 3-score game, it felt like
Andrean had control most of the game. I agree, yeah.
But, it's one of those things that you had some heartbreaking losses tonight. One of the games we didn't get to watch, LaPorte, Chesterton, obviously a heartbreaking loss for Chesterton.
Yeah.
Had a big win against LaPorte earlier in the season. Not able to reproduce it a second time, and LaPorte with a huge win to make the Battle of LaPorte County for a sectional final game before regions, that's a huge game. You're going to be in a very, very awesome atmosphere next week, whether it's at Ames Field in Michigan City or if it's at LaPorte. I mean, you're going to have a lot of people in the community out at the game. So, it decides, again, who's going to go to the regional championship to face the winner of Munster and Maryville right now. And that's another kind of...
Munster looked good tonight.
Yeah, Munster looked really good tonight. I mean, had a very resounding win against Hammond Central. And again, it's one of those things, they've played some mutual opponents, but they haven't really played they didn't play each other this year. So it's one of those things that, comparing opponent scores, Munster fell to Lake Central earlier in the year. Maryville had a very resounding win against them at Lake Central. But then when you look at the two Hammond teams, with the later season kind of thing, because as the season goes on, teams change, schemes change, and more confidence is built up in these kids. And it's just one of those things that if you're comparing the Hammond score when Morton and Central played, it was very similar, but close enough with the Munster Central score tonight to where I think Munster gives Maryville a run for their money.
I agree.
Next week.
I agree. And then Andrean Wheeler, really couldn't be stopped, especially in the run game in that second half. Wheeler not able to score, had some costly turnovers down the stretch. And they end up losing 28-6 at Wheeler.
Yeah, and that's a heartbreaking loss for Wheeler because, again, they've had a really great season this year. Lost to a really good Griffith team right before, playoffs. And it's just one of those things, again, Andrean is one of those, almost kind of a dynasty team in the region. When you think of the region, you think of Andrean football. They've been one of the most resounding and consistent teams when it comes to not only postseason success, but also regular season success as well.
And when you're down that big and you rely on the run game, as Wheeler does with their best player, Levi Murray, you can't really run the ball when you're down 3 scores. You want to keep time on the clock. You got to start airing it out.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that's hard because in the third quarter, you can still stick with the run game when you're down 3 scores. You don't want to fully abandon your identity because the minute you abandon your identity is when you see teams struggle. You've seen it at the pro level, whether it's, Baltimore with a strong run game, get to the playoffs, sometimes decide to throw the ball 50 times a game, or in the college level. You know, you've seen it with Alabama, who's been one of the more run-heavy teams in the nation, or Georgia. They get to the playoffs, and they're trying to air it out 30, 40 times a game compared to in the regular season. You know, they ran the ball 30, 40 times. And then sometimes when you get away from your identity is when you really start falling behind in a game. And that's where it becomes hard, because you want to keep your identity, but you also don't want it to get to a 4 or 5 score game, because you're not trying to get points on the board by deciding to switch things up and throw the ball.
And they did try to throw it later in the game. The questionable punt there with 4 minutes left, you're down 3 scores, kind of conceding the game a little bit early. I would have personally liked to see them go for it, but they were they're fairly deep in their own territory.
Yeah, I mean, the punter caught the ball in his own end zone, basically. So it's one of those things that if you go for it and you get it, great. You have great momentum going on that drive. You have a chance to score. But in the same breath, if you don't get it, Andrean's probably going to score again, and now the game is completely out of reach. So if you punt the ball away, you hope your defense can get a 3 and out. You're essentially putting faith in your defense to go out there, make a play, give your offense a chance to get back in the game again real quick.
Another final, Crown Point 37, Crown Point 35, Lake Central 7. Lake Central just not able to get any offense going in the first half. They fell into a big deficit early, down 35-0 at halftime. Really, were never in the game. And you think maybe they had some spark left in them. You know, they're a talented team, but just not able to put it together tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it's a Crown Point team the past 3-4 years. They've either been in state or semi-state every
Undefeated,
season.
9-0 record.
Yeah, I mean, they've been an incredible team year in, year out. And this year's been kind of intriguing because they had a 3-year starter at quarterback the year before. This year, you've got a totally fresh face in at quarterback, and it seems like Crown Point hasn't changed at all. I mean, it's still
just a plug and play, you know, run with your guys.
But, you know, I think Crown Point's going to make another deep run again. And, you know, it's one of those things that, again, it feels like every year Crown Point, it's going to take a team in Indy to kind of knock them down a peg. And hopefully this is the year they can get over that peg and get a state championship.
Another game that we thought that might be, a close game. 2 good teams, Maryville versus Morton. Maryville ends up taking it 28-7. Morton, like Lake Central, not able to get any offense in the first half, fell into a big deficit, 14-0 at halftime, ended up losing by 3 touchdowns. At Morton, at home, you're thinking maybe we can pull something off, but just not able to do it.
Yeah, and the good thing for Morton, too, is like you go into the third quarter, both teams scored 7 points. So, I mean, it's a 21-7 14-point deficit going into the fourth quarter.
You can get a score, make it a 1 point or a 1-score game. It's not able to do it.
Yeah, and it's one of those unfortunate things. And again, it's a Maryville offense. As the game goes on, it becomes a better offense because of that hurry up. Their guys are conditioned for that, and it really wears down on a defense over time, even if you don't have guys playing both ways.
And you could see that happening in the second half. You know, the runs just kept getting longer and longer. First downs are getting strung together. And, Morton ends up falling by 21. And that's going to about wrap it up here on the RSN Zone. All the games are final. Thank you for watching RSN Zone on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.